Good evening. We've got another car intro tonight, which means one thing and one thing only. I'm down on the Shingle and we are going to be trying for a bit of squid again tonight. Mid-November now, and we've got a weather front coming in, and I think it may well spell the end of the shore fishing, at least for squid. They normally hang around till the first weekend of December, sometimes the second if the weather's nice, and we have had a really good run of the weather lately. But next week's wind and rain is dumping a lot of that fresh water in. It's going to go brown, it's going to be rough, it's going to take a good week and a half to settle out here, even if, and that's a big if it goes calm. So I don't hold my hopes up. But tonight and the next night, so what are we now, Wednesday now, midweek, I think we are the 13th of November, if you're interested in dates. Around midweek, we've got probably Thursday, Friday, and then that's it. So I'm going to take advantage. I'm going to get down there tonight on the Shingle on my local beach, throw some jigs out. Usual score, cheap Amazon jigs. I've covered it. Start again. I've covered it in a previous video. Cheap Amazon jigs, nice and easy. Temu, whatever, I don't care. But I am also trying out a 2-jig rig tonight. Friends use it really successfully to bang the numbers out, but that's never really what it's about for me. It's about the sport. But I've got a bit of room in my freezer. A friend wants some for bait, so I've got a 2-jig rig. If that works, happy days. And I'll show it as I go. As always, I'll only turn the white light on when I get a fish or a squid, sorry. Other than that, it'll be red lights and a bit of filming as and when I can, so as not to spook the squid. Because those who follow me a while now, I don't like lights on the water. So I'm going to get down there now. Hopefully it's nice, easy for me, and see if we can get some squid. Well, we just had our first take then, about 6 or 7 casts. And we had a little grab. I can't get right down to the water because they've bloody Shingle works. They've made it so steep. I'm just trying to light on, I'll see if I can show you. That there for me is absolutely no good. It's a proper steep little incline that, and I'd fall arse over face on that. But we just had our first take, didn't quite connect up, but it's a start, it's a sign. Another hour or so, that water will be up here anyway, and I'll be good as gold, and I can fish up here where I am. But yeah, a bit of a pain in the arse that, but never mind. Yeah, first take of the night. Right, we are squid on, guys. We are squid on. He's giving its little bolts that I've shown you before on the camera. The trouble I've got is I've got a big old steep shingle bank to pull him up on, and if I lose him I can't climb down there to get it. So I'm hoping that I can, here it comes, I can see it. I'm hoping that I can pull him up the bank without losing him. It does look like a good one. It's a good sized squid. So I'm having to hand it up this poxy bank. And there we go, it's a good squid. That is a good squid. That there is a lovely squid. Not bad for the first one of the night. I'm going to take that. Yeah, I'm having to pull him up the bloody Shingle bank. It's steep as anything. I'm going to lose squid there tonight. But first one of the night. Happy days. That's what the jig is. Just a cheap Amazon jobby. Does the job. Don't need anything fancy, although they do last a bit better than more expensive ones. Yeah, that's all it is. Just a single jig. I have got a double one. Like I said, I'm going to fish it when it turns on over high tide. I know I can get them up this poxy bank. You won't be able to make it out on the camera, but it's steep as anything getting up here. I wouldn't have a chance over that lip. And then obviously I'm face down in the water. But that's it, cast and retrieve. And I'll put a little clip in shortly of how I'm doing it, but nice and easy. But I think it's going to be a good night tonight. I appreciate you're not going to see much, it's dark. But I don't want those lights on that water. So I'm just punching it out, straight out ahead of me. And then as soon as it lands, just take up the slack line, that obviously where you've cast, you've got slack line in the air. Take that up, go tight with it, and then what I like to do, personal thing, is just give it a couple of sharp flicks like that. And that's just to get some vibration in the water, and that's going to let any squid know that there's something in the area. I mean, they're voracious predators anyway, and they will sense something in the water, but those little flicks just like to give it that shake in the water, and then you're just going ever so slowly, like this. You're almost crawling it back. If you're feeling it bump along the bottom, then you're doing something right, because that means the jig's getting down for the water column, which is where you want to be with them squid. Them squid are often right on the deck. You will get them up in the water, and sometimes they'll take it as soon as it hits the top. And the bassers, the top water bass fishermen at night, they're often getting squid at the minute, hitting lures on the top. So there's no real right or wrong to it. You've got to find out what works for you. But they will also take right in the edges. Don't be scared to bring it all the way in, almost to the point where you're bumping it up the shingle, because they literally take it in a few centimetres of water. And then it's just a case of repeating. Yeah, punching out as far as you can go. It's a lovely clear night tonight, so I can see where it's landing. Take up the slack. Give it a couple of seconds just to sink down, so it's not on the top, sinking down. A couple of sharp flicks, and often you'll get a take as soon as you've done them flicks. And then, like I said, slow reel or a slow pull out to the left like that, and then reel back into it, and you're just going nice and slow. Don't want to be cranking this in. You want to be creeping it back to the shore. Other people may have different methods, and that's fine, you know, by all means take as much in as you can, but we do quite well here. Slow flicks up to the side. There's one now, there you go. There's a squid now, there. Oh, he's just pulled off. He's pulled off, but that was a squid. So you got to see that there, you got to see that live as I was doing it. If you do drop one, don't bring it in straight away, just give it a couple of little flicks again, because they often come back. But that felt like a very nice squid, that. In fact, that was a very nice squid. But you saw that live there as I was doing it. I think we're going to be in for a good night tonight. That felt quite heavy, that one. I would have liked to have seen that one, because that felt very nice. But we'll go again. It's a big pump out. Take up your slack line. Couple of big flicks. I say big, I mean short, sharp. Almost like you was emptying out a Coke can or a glass, just to get that vibration. And again, we're just doing slow lifts up and a real slow crawl back. That was a really nice squid, that one. That felt really weighty. The trouble you got sometimes is the barbs on your jigs can go a bit blunt and they will pull off. So every now and then just check your barbs on your jigs to see if they've gone blunt or not. If you start losing a lot of squid, then there could be a reason for it. One or two's okay, that just happens, that's just squid fishing. But if you start losing more than one or two after a while, change your jig over to get something sharper on. There we go, guys, squid on. Squid on. So again, I'm going to have the trouble of pulling it up the shingle now. But that is squid on, guys. There he is. Oh, there we go. Right, that is a tiny one. There we go, it's a Lollygold vulgaris, and that is the smaller of the two. The other one in there is a Forbesi, that's a Lollygold for vulgaris, and that took that right on the drop there. Alright, trying something new tonight. Doing a 2-hook rig tonight, just to try it. Just got a normal overhand loop there, that's just gone to my little breakaway link there that I use. And then I've got, I caught myself, one dropper loop going to a floating squid jig, and then 12 inches behind that I've got a weighted one, that'll be my casting weight, and that's it, no other weight on there. But yeah, trying 2 tonight, just to see if we can get a couple more. Right, we've got a squid on the double rig, guys. Don't know if it's going to be the top one or the bottom one yet, but I can see him scooting on the surface, and it is about as good a night as you're going to get tonight for squid. I think he's come on the bottom one. Oh, making a last gasp dart for it. Let's get him up on the shingle. Get out of there. Oh, he's just shot ankle up the bucket. And there we go, another one. They come to the double rig. Oh, trying to fall over here, guys. Yeah, it's come to the double rig, but the bottom jig. So that's handy, look at that, there you go, little tassels around there. Let's turn it over. So yeah, he's come to the bottom the bottom jig there, and he's just shot his tentacle out there. You can see it there, look. Oh, it's nice and fresh still. Oh, it's just dropped off now. Yeah, he's come to that bottom one there. I was hoping it would come to the top one because it justifies me using it. There we go, that's another one. Lovely, 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 lovely squid. I'm just trying to keep the white light off the water there. I'm not being too antisocial. Good, lovely, lovely squid. Oh, we better call that in. I'll call it in. Yeah. The police jobby?
No. Emergency service?
Yeah, Coast Guard, please.
Coast Guard, thank you. Coast Guard, thank you.
Yeah, good evening. Seen a flare go up off Seaford Beach, East Sussex, from a vessel. I can see the navigation. I can see the navigation lights of the vessel, but it's popped up a very clear and prominent flare.
Okay, right. I think I can see where you are as well. We have got a lifeboat that has just told us it was exercising out there as well. So it's your 11 o'clock. Let me just have a quick look because I know our lifeboat's out there. Now I exactly know where you are.
I've got the what 3 words if not.
You're 11 o'clock. Yeah, that absolutely ties in with where the lifeboat is.
Yeah. We're going to have a squid on, guys. Again, this is on the double jig. I don't know if it's the top or bottom one yet. I sort of want to get one on the top to prove the concept. CJ, fisherman CJ has joined me. He's off to my right. You might see him later on. If he gets a squid, I'll go and show you. But it is an absolutely gorgeous night. And that one took that out really far and really deep. Just letting it sink. Here it comes. The water's edge is actually now right up. And that's taken that on the top jig. In fact, he's taken both. He's actually hooked in both jigs there. He's taken both jigs, Chris. He's taken both jigs. Right. So he's actually taken both jigs. I think he's gone for the top one. And then he's been impaled on that bottom one as well. But yeah, he's taken both jigs there. But another nice squid. But that proves the concept, though, of working the 2 jigs. It's mainly a numbers thing, really. There you go, another one. He's spun that right up now. It's mainly a numbers thing, fishing 2 jigs, but because we're only going to get a little bit left in the season for this winter, I want to try and get a few more. I've still got a little tiny bit of space. I've given quite a lot away to some shore angling mates, so I actually could do with a few more. But yeah, he took the top jig there, the smaller jig. That's just a little Temu AliExpress job, but the barbs on there are really, really sharp. I actually quite like this design, but they're too light to cast on their own, so you use a weighted one on the bottom, so that's your weight, and obviously of course you're still going to catch squid on that. Then you've got another one at the top. Happy with that, proved the concept. Alright, I'm going to try and keep this light off the water. We've just dropped a couple there. Whether or not it's the same one, I don't know. I had a go at it out deep and then had another go at it on the way in quite close. But they seem to be turned on a bit now, about an hour from high tide, which is when I like to fish for these. Oh, we had a little nudge then. Just ever so slow movements, just little lifts up. You've got to try and picture what that jig's doing in the water. Every time you make a movement, if you move it fast, obviously it's going to move fast. If you do a nice slow lift, then obviously you're going to have a nice slow lift through the water. And just creeping it right back. I mean, you can see where the waves are breaking just down here. It's crystal clear. They will follow that right in. I mean right in, like almost to the point where you're lifting your jig out. Yeah, in there. Absolutely beautiful night tonight, beautiful. Flat, calm, clear water. There's a squid, and there's one right there, there's a squid. There we go. Yeah, he's just come off again though. Hey, that was only a rod length out. Hey? I'm getting them, I just can't keep them on, I don't know what's happening here. The barbs are good. You see what that was, look, it's made the ink. Oh, we've got one on this far, that's a nice one. Oh, that's a very good one, that's probably one of the better ones of the night. I've got to try and get him up that steep bank without falling in. And there we go, we got him. We got him. That's a better one. Let's tuck these tassels away. That's a nice squid, that one. There we go, he is a lovely old squid. And he took that probably a rod lengths out. Again, there's the jig. And that is a nice squid, that one. That is a lovely squid. There you go. That's better. Happy days. Well, we've got another one, guys. Oh, didn't realise he was right in the edge there. Didn't realise, only little babby. Look at that, look. Beautifully. You can see where he's hunting there in the edges. Look at that. Tiny one. Not much bigger than the jig, that one. Perfect bait size though. He'll be turned into a cod bait shortly. Not bad, not bad. I don't know how well you'll make it out. We're fishing by a lovely moonlight tonight. And it is absolutely flat calm. Definitely looks like it should fish a lot better than it should do. Although I spoke to a friend earlier. He was here earlier on in the tide. And he had a little mad 5 minutes. And he had eight one after another. So a good run had come through. And I think he ended up on about 15, he reckons. And we've only got 6 in our bucket at the minute and we've been going longer. But it is what it is, it goes like that sometimes. But we've still got another 6 that we didn't have earlier, so we are winning. But yeah, like I said, lovely evening either way. It's been a really good year for squid this year. People down here at Sussex and I think along the coast in general have been absolutely blessed this year. If you haven't taken advantage of it, you really have missed out on a good fun fishery, but also for the food and the bait freezer, of which mine is now completely stocked up. So I'll try and get at least a couple more in if I can, and then I might knock on the head and go home and have a hot chocolate and get in bed. Well, I cast that out and I just let it sink, wasn't working it, and we've had a take. I don't think it's very big, this one, but it's another one. Right, it's just suddenly woken up now. Just trying to keep that tension on. I can see it splashing out on the surface. Didn't feel very big to start with, but it's sort of peaked up a little bit. Oh, I'll tell you what, ain't bad. Again though, I've got to try and use that wave. There it is. Oh, ain't bad one. Oh, I'll take that. I'll take that all day long. That's okay. Hook just there in the jig. There we go. That's a nice size squid, that one. Yeah, that's not bad. I'll take that. And the jigs just fill out. Alright, don't care now because I'm stopping this soon. But we've got another one on and it feels alright, this one. Just trying to keep the tension on it. Can't really see where it is out there at the minute. Plenty of light on that. Oh, he's way out there now, he's way out there. Try and see if you can get some light on the water for you. Way out there at the minute. Just going to try and keep the tension on him. Feels like an alright one. Yeah, there he goes, he's out there on the surface. I have got the drag going, I do like the drag. Just to take up, it looks like a decent squid actually, guys. Does look like a nice squid. Oh yeah, that's the biggest one of the night. Gotta try and use that shingle. Yeah, that's a good squid, that one. That's actually a really nice squid. And try and drag it up the shingle without losing it. Oh yes! Wow! That is a very, very nice squid. Wow, that's the best one of the night. Easily the best one of the night. That is an absolute donkey there from the shore. That's quite nice, that one. And the jig's just fallen out, but he had it in his mouth, and there's the jig. That is lovely. Oh, yeah, happy with that. Well, there we go, there's the scale. I'm going to keep my hands well away from that mouth because they bite these things, believe it or not. I mean, that's as... You can't really see it there, I can't get the angle, sorry, but he is as long as my forearm there. That is a beautiful, beautiful squid. Well, we're back in the car, which means it's now the end of the session. It's hard to do the closing and starting videos on the shingle there. I don't like putting too much light on the water if I can help it. It wasn't tearing tonight. The conditions looked about as perfect as you can get. It was flat calm, moon high in the sky, which they like, a bit of ambient light. And yeah, it wasn't tearing. Finished on 8 with a couple of big ones, to be fair. The last one there was an absolute cracker. He's well over 2.5 pound easy, which is a nice squid from the shore, really. A friend of mine fished it earlier in the tide. He said it fished really well on the way up, but halfway up, and he had 15, including 8, one after another. So a good run had come through, which they do at times. But then it was just very patchy for me. But that's it, is what it is. It's another 8 good squid for the freezer and a couple for the table there. But a really good session. So hopefully you've learned something and hopefully you've enjoyed these squid sessions. I have. This may be the last one. I might go tomorrow. I'm not sure, depending on when you watch this video. There might be another one coming. But other than that, the season is coming to an end. But thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe. Plenty of videos to watch. Loads of underwater stuff which has gone down well. If you like your squid fishing, you're going to want to check out the video at the end of this. And yeah, I will see you all again soon.